Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. A couple of things before we get started. This class is going to be hopefully relatively short. We are working up into our Eka Pada Rajakapotanasana, which is a long way of saying our King Pigeon Pose. This requires quite a lot of openness through the spine as well as openness through the hips. We probably won't get up into the full version or full expression of this asana, but if this is something that you're wanting to try in a bit more depth, as well as trying other pigeon variations, so flying pigeon, reclined pigeon, as well as pranayama meditation, we've got a long form video that's being released today, which I'll leave down in the description below. Now, if you've been wanting to support me along the journey of making this free content for YouTube, if you've gotten something out of any of the classes that I've posted, this is a great way where you can support me, and I would love your support. For the month of August, we will be posting classes that have poses to do with animals. So just have a look out of that. That's going to be pretty fun. And yeah, let's get straight into it, team. We're going to bring our soles of the feet together for our Baddha Konasana to get started. Hands come around the ankles, knees come out wide. You can shift your hips back if you need. Take a big breath in, find length through the spine. And then as you exhale, send the heart space down over towards your feet. Connect the elbows with the legs, and if they do touch, see if you can bring some weight down into them. Maybe you close down the eyes today. Connecting with the breath, using this asana as a way to just check in with the breath, with the body, the mind and the heart. And it's really important that we remind ourselves that our practice of yoga is an energetic practice, and we can feel energy and move energy with connecting our body with our breath, which allows us to assess the landscape of our mind and our heart. And with our Eka Pada Rajakapotanasana, it's quite a big of a lift of energy. And you might feel some intensity as we enter these poses. So just remind ourselves to really go with our body today rather than against it. So if anything ever becomes too intense, you can't breathe in the pose, you're really focusing on how uncomfortable it feels, it's a good indication that we need to back out a little bit. Likewise, if you know you have a little bit of energy, we can try influence our breath to access a bit more depth. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. Big breath in through the nose, filling up towards the diaphragm, the ribs and the chest. Exhaling, maybe hinging a little bit further, drawing the heart space a little bit closer towards the toes. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Maybe even tucking the chin in a little bit more, 1 more. Start to walk yourself up. We're going to cross over our feet. Find your way onto your knees. We're going to find a puppy pose as well. So knees come underneath the hips. Maybe take a little shift from side to side first. Kind of rinsing out the spine. Maybe you inhale, drop the belly, lift the eye gaze. Exhale, draw the belly button in, press away from the ground. Cat pose. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, move in your own pace today. So at any point I'm moving a little bit too quickly, please feel free to slow this down. Find your way back through a neutral spine. Take both of the hands out forwards, bring the fingertips wide, big breath in. Exhale, dive the heart space towards the ground, puppy pose. The hips land over the knees. You're trying to drop the heart space down. Maybe you ground the forehead down if it meets. One final option is to tap the elbows towards the ground. Make sure they're in line with the shoulders. Bring the palms of the hands together and then try tap the thumbs towards the back of the neck. So this opens a bit more through the triceps. We'll take about 3 more big breaths here. Starting to open through the front of the body. You might even start to practice your Ujjayi pranayama here, so the constriction at the back of the throat. One more breath. Lift the tailbone high. Draw the heart space down, releasing any tension. Bring the hands towards the ground. Sit yourself back onto your heels. Breathe in, sweep the left hand high. As you exhale, bend the left elbow, clasp the right hand on top, and pull yourself over towards the left, towards the right, ribs draw towards the left. Inhale, release the bind, turn towards the right. Exhale, place the left hand down to the thigh, twist towards the right. Try the other side. Inhale, sweep the right hand high. Exhale, clasp onto the elbow, find a little lean here. Inhale, turn towards the left. Exhale, find a twist. One more time each side. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, bend the elbow, find length through the left side body here. You might even drop the hips towards the left. Inhale, turn towards the right. Exhale, twist, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, right hand sweeps high. Exhale, bend the elbow, find a little lean. Feels so good. Inhale, turn to the left. Exhale, find a twist. Find your way back through center, shift the weight forward, bring the hands down, spread the fingertips wide, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you take your dog for a walk here. We're not going to stay here for too long. Pedaling one foot down and the other foot down, trying to find length down the back of the legs and the spine. Find your dristi, your eye gaze point in between your feet here, pressing away from the ground, drawing the shoulders up the spine. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe even drop the hips from side to side. 1 more breath. Big breath in through the nose again, trying to fill up deep towards the diaphragm. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. Letting go of any stuck energy. Inhale, sweep the right toes high, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, bend the knee. We're going to start to open the hip and make some circles with the knee. So you might start with little small circles, and then maybe when you feel more comfortable, you open the circles up a bit wider. Keep the feet drawing towards the glutes. Soften the left knee here. Change directions of the circles. Trying to lift the knee as high as we can. Take a big breath in. Find length as you exhale. Roll forward, tap the right knee towards the nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring the palms together. Try tap the back of the neck with the thumbs. Take a big breath in, find length. Exhale, can you drop the hips down a little bit more, open through the heart. Now you can stay here, or if you want, inhale, start to lift the left foot. Exhale, flex the foot, pull it close towards the glutes. Hands come towards the ground, left hand comes towards the ground, tuck onto left toes, breathe in, right hand lifts, left knee lifts. Option to stay here and twist, or turn the toes towards the right, turn the left heel down. Horizon lunge, big breath in, lift the hips if you're here. As you exhale, lower the hips towards the ground, right hand reaches behind you. Inhale, let's all bring the hands towards the ground. As you exhale, press out of your left toes, Virabhadrasana 3. Reach the hands behind you, scoop the belly in, knit the rib cage in, shoulders pulled down. Imagine like you're trying to reach towards your back foot. Take 1 more breath here. Finding a little bit of balance with our bottom leg. Start to draw the left foot towards the outside of the right mat. Take a big breath in, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the left elbow, right hand comes over, find a little side bend. 1 more breath, inhale, find length. As you exhale, find a little bit more depth. Inhale, step the left foot next towards the right, lift the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, bend at the hips. Fold yourself forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Strong spine. Exhale, hands down, sit back to plank. Chaturanga, elbows bending close towards the body. Come down to the belly. Extend the arms out wide towards the side. Bend the right knee. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, try to turn your body so that the right toes tap as close towards the left hand as you can. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bend the left leg. Try the other side. Big twist through the spine. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot. This feels so good. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, other side. Come back through center. Both legs come down. Hands by the ribs. Option to press up onto your knees. If you want to challenge, tuck onto toes, lift the knees up. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, press up to high plank. Strong brace of the core. And then send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. Lift the hips high. Exhale, try to soften the heels towards the ground. We'll try that on the other side. So inhale, sweep the left toes high. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the foot close towards the glutes. Start to take some circles with the knee here. So we're moving the femur, which is our thigh bone, in the hip socket. And then swap directions of the circle. Try to keep the shoulders as square as you can towards the ground here. Keep engaging through the fingers, the knuckles. Take a big breath in, lift the left knee as high as you can. As you exhale, roll yourself forward, come high onto the right toes. Left knee taps the nose. Set the left foot in between the hands. Right knee comes down, untuck the right toes. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, press the palms together. Try bring the thumbs back, open through the heart. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale, maybe push your head back a little bit more. Final option to lift the back foot. Inhale. Flex the right toes. Exhale. Bring the right hand towards the ground. Tuck onto the right toes. Inhale, lift the left hand, lift the hips. Exhale to twist. You could stay here or turn the toes towards the left on both feet. Right heel drops down. Inhale, lift the hips if you're here. Exhale, left hand draws towards the back as you lower your hips down. Inhale, let's all turn towards the front wherever we are. Exhale, send forward. Virabhadrasana 3. Find your balance. Try to draw the right hip down. Reach the hands behind you. Try to lift out of the left hip so we're not dumping down in weight. 2 more breaths. Finding our constriction at the back of the throat to find some focus. Start to slide the right foot towards the left side of the mat. Come onto the edge of the right foot. Breathe in, sweep the right hand high. Exhale, bend the elbow, left hand comes on top. Find a side bend. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, find your way back through center. Right foot plants, hip width distance, lift the arms. Maybe a baby back bend here, and then exhale, fold yourself forward. Uttanasana, tuck the chin in. Inhale, lift halfway, press away from your legs. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank, chaturanga. Knees or toes come down onto your belly. Take the hands out wide, bend the right leg, breathe in. Exhale, tap the right foot towards the left hand. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come back through center. Last time with the right leg. Exhale, find a twist. Keep the right knee bent. Come back through center. Bring the right knee close towards the left. Hands by the ribs. Option to press up onto your knees, or if you want the challenge, tuck onto the toes. Lift the left knee off. Breathe in at the bottom. Draw the elbows in. Exhale, press up, high plank. Draw the right knee towards the right tricep. Pull the right foot in. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, right knee towards the right wrist, right foot comes down. Our first Kapotanasana, Pigeon Pose. So try to square your hips here. We're going to stay lifted. You might already find a big stretch through the right glute here. Big breath in, square the hips and the shoulders. Exhale, draw the shoulders down a bit. We're not staying here for too long. Reach the hands out in front of you, tuck onto the left toes. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, 3-legged dog. Eye gaze on the left big toe. Exhale, bend the right knee. Now you can stay here. If you feel ready for it, start to pivot the left heel open towards the left. We're coming into a wild thing. How slowly can you make this to get there? So press the right heel down, lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, right hand might reach towards the front of the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, open a little bit more. This is preparing us for our Eka Pada Rajakapotanasana. Look towards the top of the mat again. How slowly can you transition through a side plank? So right knee might stay, right legs might stay down, or you might start to draw the right knee towards the right armpit. Breathe in. Exhale, we step forward with the right foot, left knee comes down, shift the hips back. Half splits, breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, we're pulling back and then we're going to lift up. Press into the right foot, tuck left toes, breathe in. And then exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, here we go. Bend the left knee. Take the left hand around the outside of the left foot. Squeeze the glutes. Draw the left knee in. Start to sweep the right hand forward. You might know where we're going. Breathe in. Start to kick through the left heel. Exhale, lift the chest. Natarajasana. So we are in a pretty lifted position here. Draw the shoulders down the spine. Whew. Find your balance. You might turn the thumb up, the palm up to open through the chest. Take one more breath here. Can you kick a little bit further away with the hand, with the foot? Slide the left foot towards the outside of the right mat. Come onto the outer edge of the left foot. Breathe in, lift the left hand high. Option this time, either right hand on top, or if you're feeling warm, right hand can come underneath. Breathe in, find length. Exhale, side bend. One more breath here. Inhale. Maybe you even lift a little bit higher. Exhale. Opening the shoulders and the arms and the side body. Inhale, turn towards the left. Take a long step back with the left foot. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Arms wide, right knee over ankle. One more breath. Shoulders away from the ears. Come up through center. Turn the left toes out. Exhale, Skandasana. Hips over left heel. It's okay if the left heel is lifted here. Shoulders back. Inhale, walk towards the top of the mat. Spin the left toes in slightly, but try keep it down. We walk our hands over the left corner of our mat. Come up onto fingertips. Draw the armpits towards the ground. Rotate the inner elbows up towards the sky. Now you can stay here if you want a bit of challenge. Press through the right heel strongly as you lift the fingertips off the ground. 2 more breaths. Keep pressing weight out of the left foot. Lift the belly button in. Hands come towards the ground. Step back into your plank. Breathe in. Wow. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down. Untuck the toes. Take the hands wide. Left knee bends. Breathe in. Exhale, twist towards the right. Sorry, left foot towards the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale through center. Just the left leg this time. Exhale. Come back through center, hands by the ribs. So we're doing this flow all over again. Either press up onto your knees or tuck onto the toes, lift the knees off. We press up, high plank on your exhale. Then draw the left knee towards the left tricep. Take one more breath here. Press a little bit further away from the ground. And then slide the left knee towards the left wrist. Left foot comes down, walk the right foot back to find a little bit more openness through the hips. Come onto fingertips. Right hip squares forward, take a big breath in, find length, lift high, exhale, shoulders pull back, heart space pulls through. Hands walk forward again. Tuck onto the right toes, breathe in, sweep the left foot high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, draw the shoulders down, you might stay here or you might pivot the heel towards the right and then start to lower as slowly as you can towards your wild thing. If it feels good, maybe reaching the left hand forward, squeezing the glutes, take a big breath in. Exhale, maybe open the heart a little bit more towards the sky. Look back forward towards your mat as slow as we can. We transition out through a side plank. Maybe the left knee draws up towards the armpit, take a big breath in. Exhale, lower the left foot gently at the top, right knee comes down, shift the hips back, long leg with the left leg. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deepen. Tuck the chin in slightly. We're gonna lift off, press forward, tuck onto right toes, breathe in, sweep the arms back. Whew. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, second side. Bend the right knee. Right hand comes around. Okay, squeeze the glutes. Feel that really strong stretch through the front of the right leg. Left hand reaches forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, can you lift up both with the upper body and the back body? Press the right heel away. Draw the shoulders back. Right knee slides in slightly, so we're not letting it flare out too much. We want to open through the right hip flexor here. One more breath. Travel the right foot towards the outside of the left mat. Breathe in, sweep the right hand high. Exhale, either left elbow on top or left hand comes behind. Breathe in, find length. Exhale, side bend. It's okay if your hands don't touch here. Turn open towards the right. Breathe in. Exhale, long step back. Virabhadrasana 2. One more breath here. Can you find a little bit more depth on your exhale? Lift up, turn the right toes towards the back corner of your mat. Exhale, Skandasana. Left toes turn high. Lift the left knee towards the quadricep. Inhale, walk yourself forward. Turn the right toes in slightly. Keep the heel down if you can. Bend to the left leg. Exhale, reach the hands over the top right corner of your mat. Try drop into the hips here. If you're feeling strong today, you might lift the hands off. Keep reaching as far away as you can with them. Weight sends back into the hips. One more breath. Oh, I'm shaking. I don't know about you. Hands come to frame the front foot. Breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot back. Chaturanga. Slow lower towards the ground. Untuck the right toes. Take the hands wide. Right knee. Breathe in. Exhale. Come through center, keep the right knee next to the left, hands by the ribs. Tuck left toes if it feels good, lift the left knee. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale. Come up, tap the right knee towards the right elbow. And then lower yourself down. Kapotanasana. Okay, we're gonna have just a little bit more of a moment to play here. So again, you can take your hands out. Maybe you stay here. Like I can already feel this. This is strong. You could stay here. You could bend the left knee. Maybe the left hand comes around to clasp the foot. If that feels good. Next kind of stopping point is left foot towards the left elbow crease. And you might find a mermaid here, which is kind of like our final stopping point before our Eka Pada Rajakapotanasana. Okay. If you wanted a full demonstration of this movement, then check out the Patreon account because we'll go into it in a lot more depth. But if you were curious, you would use a strap, okay? Eventually making our way so that the hand touches the foot and then the foot might touch the head. Trying to square the hips and the shoulders. Take a big breath in, whatever position you are in. Exhale. Let's release. Hands come towards the ground. Tuck onto the left toes. Breathe in. Exhale. Send back to child's pose. Option with the knees off the ground. We're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. So knees draw up towards armpits. Armpits draw down towards the knees. Spread the fingertips wide as a way to kind of counterbalance that big extension through the spine. And we're going to do that 1 more time, and then we slow down. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, strong, lower down towards the ground. Take the hands out wide, bend the left knee, breathe in. Exhale, tap the left foot towards the right hand. Inhale, come through center. Hands by the ribs. Maybe you tuck onto the toes. Exhale, lift yourself up. Left knee touches towards the left tricep, breathe in. Exhale. Left knee lowers, right foot walks back. Again, this is where you might be today. You might also have the right knee bent and kind of facing off towards the side, depending on how your hips are feeling. If this felt good and you want a little bit more, maybe you bend the right leg. Maybe you stay here. Maybe the right foot comes in towards the elbow crease. It's really important that we can breathe in whatever position we are in. If you cannot breathe, that's a sign that your body is like, I'm not ready for this step. And we want to make sure that we feel safe. We let our mind know that we feel safe. Maybe the left hand comes up on top. Keep trying to pull the right hip forward. Deepen your breaths here. If you're feeling super open, left hand might come towards the right foot, with or without the use of a strap. And maybe the head drops back. One more breath here. If you've got the right foot up, release it down this time. We're just going to swing our legs towards the front. Really short cool down sequence before we head onto our back for a short Shavasana. Sit back on the hips, breathe in, find length through the spine. Draw the toes back, and then as you exhale, can you walk yourself forward over your legs? This is your Paschimottanasana. This is a deep hip flexion, spine flexion, kind of reversing the way that we were moving before. Can you connect with your breath again? Noticing where energy is in your body, how the energy is holding in the mind and the breath. And just kind of like what I said at the beginning, our King Pigeon is a very uplifting, it's quite an intense asana. And so just reflecting on how that felt for you. Maybe some energy has cleared. Maybe energy shifted. Let's take about 2 more deep breaths here. As you inhale, you might even lift up a little bit. And then as you exhale, feel the drawing of the heart space a little bit closer towards the knees, tucking the chin in a bit more. Maybe even draw the toes back for your last breath, pressing the heels away from you. When you're ready, start to walk yourself back. We're going to draw the knees in towards the chest, take a big breath in. Exhale, rock and roll up and down the spine a couple of times. One more, big breath in. Yeah, come down. Whew, feels so good to be on the ground. We'll finish with a final twist. Bring the knees up over the hips. Bend your left knee. Take the right hand. So you might need to lift yourself up. Right hand around the left ankle. And then pull the left knee down so it's directly out along the mat, towards the front of the mat. Left hand comes around the right thigh. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist the right knee towards the left. Maybe the eye gaze draws down the right side body to encourage the right shoulder down. Can you slow down your breaths here? Inhale, come through center. Exhale, we'll swap it out. So maybe lift up, take the right foot with your left hand, left knee drops towards the side. Maybe eye gaze looks down the left shoulder. Letting go of any kind of excess, unnecessary tension that you might be holding here. So softening the eyebrows, the eyelids, the jaw. And when you're ready, just come back through center, Shavasana. Alternatively, if you feel like you still had a bit of energy, you could try your Urdhva Dhanurasana, your upward facing bow or wheel, with the hands coming up over The shoulders, we've kind of been working in that way, so if that felt good, feel free to go there. Otherwise, if you're with me, closing down the eyes, letting the body become heavy, and just completely surrendering to the final moments of our practice on our mat. We'll just be here for about 1 more minute of quiet. And just keeping the eyes closed, we'll start to make some small movements, maybe starting to breathe a little bit deeper, making our way up into a final seat of our practice. Finishing our practice with the eyes closed, keeping the energy in. Maybe the hands stay in the lap, maybe hands through heart center. Final moments of turning inwards. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill up, find energy, lift. Exhale, bowing our heads, bowing our hearts in gratitude of this practice of yoga. And even shorter classes like this can really shift energy, and it can make a difference in our day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you loved this practice and wanted to share it with a friend, I would love you if you love, yes, I would love you, but I would love you if you wanted to do that too. And if you wanted to support me on Patreon, that would be, such a heartfelt message. Any questions, let me know in the comments below. But much love to you.